Do you think the Nuggets are right now poised to repeat?
I think they're poised for a repeat, and I think they're poised to be there for the next 5 years. I mean, when you look at how they drafted, I mean, we all thought, okay, they lost Uncle Jeff Green, right? And then they lose Bruce Brown. But they replaced him with Christian Braun and Peyton Watson, who had 6 blocks last night. Like, when you can draft and develop players and then bring them along all season long, where that's how you build sustainable success. You have veterans, they play well, they go get paid someplace, you're sorry to see them go, but then you can draft and develop young players. And they played them all year long to be ready for games like this, and they delivered in this game. I mean, all these highlights, these Christian Braun highlights, these are what they prepared him for all season, and we're hoping he would be ready to play meaningful minutes in games just like this, just like Bruce Brown did, and he's delivering. And now you have cost-controlled young players to complement your superstars in Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon. That's how you build I'm going to use the D word. That's how you build a dynasty.
Oh, a dynasty.
It's just starting.
We haven't seen a back-to-back champ in a while, but there are a lot of plays that I really loved watching this Nuggets game. So let's roll the tape so I can break it down, because this was the #1 defense at Timberwolves, but they said we got defense too. They gave maximum defensive effort throughout the course of this game. Jokic is on the switch. Watch the help side. All eyes are like, let me help my guy out. But watch how they move in reaction to the ball movement by the T-Wolves. Jamal Murray on one side goes from left to right like a windshield wiper just to commit to the contest. So that was truly impressive defensively. But then again, Jamal Murray's scoring ability is unlocked because he has such a great tag teammate in Nikola Jokic. So here, there's a little rejection of the screen. You're so worried about Jokic. He's able to throw up that nice, beautiful floater. And last but not least, of course, we know that Jokic has a great ability working with Jamal Murray in two-man action. You get so worried about Jamal Murray scoring that it leaves other teammates, whether it's Gordon, whether it's Brown, whether it's, so many players here, KCP, available to get easy looks at the basket. So to me, it was only the defensive effort going up against the best defense in the NBA, but then also just like they're so unselfish, and it speaks to the greatness of Nikola.
It was amazing. I remember when the Warriors were just getting started, and on that run that they went on, and it was 2015, 2016, and Luke Walton was an assistant coach there, and I said, what do you feel like this year? And he goes, last year we couldn't even put in all the stuff we want to put in. Like, we can just build off of what we have this year, and we can get better and better. That's what I see from these Nuggets this year. They know how to play, they know how they want to play, and they can just build and add to what they've already been doing because they have an identity already, and they have a style of play and the confidence of a champion.
You know what's crazy? They could also flip the switch. We talked about All-Star. Jokic was like, group chat, hey guys, it's time to get going. The Nuggets are league best 20-5 since the All-Star break, so they know what they want, especially when it matters most.
When it comes to the New York Knicks, we couldn't wait. While we were all together, we needed to talk about it. Kendrick Perkins has anointed himself the mayor of New York City for this season. Richard Jefferson decided to grace us with his presence in studio. And because we're talking about the Knicks, Chiney decided to switch from filling in hosting for me to an analyst for this segment because we need her to ground this side of the table. But Perk, because you are our resident New York aficionado at this point, the Knicks, they've been rolling. They have a chance really to get to the 2 seed. They're a game and a half behind the Milwaukee Bucks at this point. How dangerous can they be in the postseason?
Well, Malika, I didn't anoint myself as the mayor.
Actually, the city people, really got behind you. You're the people's choice.
The people did, and great move by them. So, number 2, this team, if you look at, the situation the Bucks in, we don't know when Giannis is coming back, right?
At least not through the regular season.
For the regular season, and even when he come back, is he going to be 100%, right? Okay. Then you look at the Celtics, right? They're the #1 seed. How do you avoid the Celtics? You stay in range of the 2 or stay in the 3rd spot if you're the Knicks. If they hold on to that 3rd spot, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals on the back of Jalen Brunson. I love what he's been doing. I can't sing enough praises for him, but it's the others for me. OG Anunoby. We've seen what he's doing on the defensive end. We saw him have 24 points the other night. You look at what Josh Hart is bringing to the table, the energy. They have the culture, McBride, Hardenstein. I'm telling you, man, this Knicks team is serious. Looking at the Miami Heat, they're not functioning right now. The Knicks are the 2nd best team in the Eastern Conference. So with that being said, they're going to the conference finals. If they stand with that 2 or the 3rd spot?
Now, as the second most popular person in the Knicks fandom, I understand everything that Perk is saying. I think we can overreact and we can underreact. We can overreact and say, oh, the Knicks can get the 2 seed. And it's like, okay, that's great because you don't want to be 4. You want to avoid Celtics. But also, if you get to that 2-3, you're still battling against Giannis. And if Giannis is 80%, 90%. I'm sorry, home court advantage doesn't help you in that situation. But I do agree that the Knicks are playing the best basketball of some of those middle teams going into the postseason.
Middle teams.
I disagree on two
the middle
things.
third.
Kirk, who's number 2 on the Knicks bandwagon here? Is it Richard or me?
It's you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay.
And then secondly, if we say who has the best home court advantage in the Eastern Conference, who is it?
Boston.
Number 2?
The Knicks.
Thank you. So I think getting to that number 2 spot really matters for them to make a push for the playoffs.
It wasn't that long ago that Becky Hammond, we had a long discussion about whether or not Jalen Brunson could be the best player on a championship-level team. Do you think that has changed, Perk?
I hope Becky come back. We haven't seen her since. That's number 1.
She's coming back. She's coming through. She's coming back. My question was, can Jalen Brunson lead this team to a championship as the best player?
He can, but not this year.
Okay.
Right? Because, I mean, you need Julius Randle, right? You need all the bucket getters you can
And
get.
whoever they could get in the offseason.
Absolutely. But they are attractive. They are candy. Conference finals for the Knicks.
Conference finals for the New York Knicks.
I would love it. I would actually love it. We'd be in New York City for the Eastern Conference.
Win-win.
Rolling down with the mayor of New York City himself.
Knicks, the Knicks fans, don't y'all want me to come out there and hang out? Come on, y'all want
Hear
me
that,
out there.
that collective booing? Oh, yes, it's coming in the studio.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. The CDA over here,